So this whole feeling is going to help you take that divot after the golf ball, that feeling of this, not this. Started to train this feeling of the golf club travelling down into the ground, leading edge leading the way, not this scooping up of the golf ball. This is the game-changing iron tip. One drill, no matter your age or ability, this is going to be, well, absolute feeling of pure strike, just like those pros. Okay, so let's think about this logically. What do we see all the top players do? That feeling of strike, that feeling of divot constantly, being able to feel that we get that ball then turf. This is my ultimate drill to doing this. So we've got 2 T-pegs in the ground here. Let's move this golf ball out of the way. Now I want you to concentrate this drill all being with your lead hand to begin with. So if you're a right-handed player, you're going to get your glove hand on your left hand, and if you're a left-handed player, your glove hand on your right. You can literally create the same motion. Okay, so making sure we got a good grip, and by the way, this is going to be key for making sure you've got that grip in the fingers, not the palm. So I want you just to make a few swings now, and I want you to try and feel, and so you just keep that glove through to target. Now you'll notice, if we do this correctly, we do start actually getting that cha sound down the ground, that feeling of hitting down into the turf, and that is what we're after. So if I ask you now to add in a little bit of body turn with it, okay, get a little bit more speed, get a little bit more momentum. It's that same motion, but adding in that body turn. So throughout this whole feeling of this tip, I'm getting everything to feel as though it matches up. And it's amazing, I've said this before, if you do things one-handed, the weight of the club actually makes you do it pretty damn good. So let's feel it with the T-pegs now. So the idea behind the T-pegs, we don't want to feel as though the heel hits it first or the toe hits it first. We want to feel at impact, can we get this club face pointing back towards target, but these hands ahead of the golf ball? And we know this is the motion we're after. So I've already asked you to do this, you've already started making this in the first area and the first part of this drill. So now addressing the T-pegs, can we get it all to match up at impact? Perfect, that felt really good. Now the reason why you've got to add in the body turn, that little bit of resistance with the T-pegs there, really makes you have to feel as though you get it moving through to target. Now you'll notice I'm doing this, it is exactly the same as if you had the golf ball there. Exactly the same. So the elements in which we're looking for is this. So into impact, slight bit of cupping of my trail wrist, feeling of this in my lead wrist, so logo to target. And doing this one-handed to begin with, even take it up to hip height and through, hip height and through, hip height and through. So my whole release is being dominated by my arms and my body working together. It's not loose, it's not chopped, because straight away I would get found out. I'd find it very hard to hit those T-pegs away. This is why this drill is so simple. Address the T-pegs, get a feeling of smashing the T-pegs out together at the same time, and it's going to change the way you strike your irons. I would definitely recommend doing this with long irons, short irons, anything you want. It's going to give you a great feeling. Just want to leave you on this note before we hit this shot away. What are we looking for? Differences between address and impact is this. This is all we're looking for. Well, what is this drill? This drill is getting you to find out how you release the arms and the body together, but get those hands ahead of the golf ball. What better feeling can you get into impact? There is none. So over the golf ball now, we've got to feel this, and give it a few waggles, get a feeling for it. Taking those T-pegs out, address the golf ball, hit it away. Beautiful strike, and I know we've made a bit of a mess of the fairway here. We'll put the divots back, but look at this. We've started to train this feeling of the golf club travelling down into the ground, leading edge leading the way, not this scooping up of the golf ball, and that is what we want. That is everything we're trying to achieve. Try this one-handed feeling, and guess what? You could build that into your pre-shot routine as well. So I remember going to, you might have heard of this place, Tour X. It's in the Northwest. It's a fitting centre. I remember going there, and John Daly was doing this talk, and all he was talking about when he's on the range is having a can of Diet Coke in his hand and chipping these balls away play left-handed. It really gave him a feeling of strike, that downwards hit, and the feeling of what he wanted to take into the golf ball. Because if you think about it this way, if we scoop it, we're going to get certainly found out. We're going to hit more thin than we do fat. And if we start driving it, we're going to start to create those strikes and that sound on the ground. You can really hear the difference between this and the scoop. It's that feeling of the club travelling like this, down into the ground. That's exactly what we're after. So the difference between impact and address is, think about it this way. The club's travelling down, the hands want to go ahead, we added in that rotation, we brush the ball away. This is what we're after in the golf swing. And for me, this really helps you access it no matter your age, your ability. It's going to help you hit better shots. Guys, if you did enjoy today's video, I really would appreciate it if you hit that big red subscribe button and that bell notification. This is one tip that is a game changer for your game.